Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Slcmof and I'm back again with another video, and in today's video we're going to be doing my 25,000 subscribers question and answer. This is one of the most requested things that I've ever been asked to do in my entire existence on planet Earth. I mean, I've gotten so many questions. Slkmof, where's 25K Q&A? Where's 25K Q&A? Thanks so much for asking and being concerned about where this is, because I was slacking to get this video up. This is only part one, and most of your questions will not get answered. I will be doing the first 69 questions. I promise that was an accident that number ended up being the number, but I will be doing the first few a little bit of questions. We got questions, I'd say at over 200. I could be wrong, I don't know, maybe not. But we have a lot of questions. It'll probably be at least 3 parts, and I do want to get to everybody's question. And I just want to thank you all so much. I'm so appreciative of each and every one of my subscribers. The past few months, particularly on YouTube, have been some of the most fun that I've ever had on YouTube, and I imagine that many of you are Arkham fans, and the Arkham community is so amazing, and I'm so thankful that the Arkham community has been so forthcoming and welcoming to me as somebody that's never done Arkham videos, never really done Batman videos before Arkham Knight came out, and I just started doing them after the release of Arkham Knight, and I'm just so thrilled that people have enjoyed the videos, and here I am, and I do Arkham videos just about every day. So, without further ado, let's get right into it, and I've got my questions preloaded on my phone here. And the first question of the 25,000 subscriber, almost 26K Q&A, because I almost have 26,000 subscribers. And I would have 26,000 if I didn't delete or make public like 300 videos that were unlisted and spam your sub box. I'm sorry about that, by the way. So, the first question of the 25K Slcmof Q&A special is from Gamer's Edge. Gamer's Edge asks, why did you decide to become a YouTuber, and what do you use for making your videos? So, why did I decide to become a YouTuber? Well, that's very simple. I wanted to be like XJaws, one of the most popular Call of Duty YouTubers, and I was a massive fan of XJaws, and I believe I got quite a few throughout here. Who's your inspiration questions? And I did screenshot all of them. XJaws was just a massive inspiration to me, and Call of Duty, I learned to play Call of Duty from XJaws, and he sparked my love for the game. And of course, that's what my channel has historically always been about, and only in the past few months have I started making Arkham videos. So he's just a huge part of my experience with YouTube. I used to watch his videos every single day, and he was my inspiration to do YouTube. HMA, oh yeah, by the way, you asked, what do I use? Well, I use a Blue Yeti microphone, Astro 40 headset, Elgato Game Capture PVR, BenQ monitor, Xbox One. Those are some of the things I use. HMA, am I a pretty girl? No. What did you think of Supergirl? I have not seen it. I've heard decent things about it, mixed reviews. I think you should give it a try, and I'll give it a try as well. And of course, we have good friend Salvage Gaming, of course, who many of you are subscribed to, and that's how old. Oh, no, I thought it was under Salvage Arkham. I was going to make a point of how old it was. Like, this is when it was his old name, but it's actually under Salvage Gaming. Okay, yes. When you started, did you think that you'd get this far? Also, good job. No, I had no idea I'd get this far. I didn't think I'd get more than 100 subscribers, and one of the things I always say about YouTube is that YouTube is survival of the fittest, and if you can make it past your first 100 subscribers, that is infinitely easier than your next 10,000, because getting, recognized in the YouTube metrics and that kind of thing is hardest in your first 100 subs. If you can make it past there, then you're in the clear, and then I knew that at the time, believe it or not. Most people don't, think about it that analytically as I did when I was a young lad in the YouTube experience, but I knew that, and I knew once I got over 100 subs, then I was in good shape. But those first 100 were really hard, and I really didn't think it was going anywhere for the first year that I was doing it. It took me about a year to get 100 subscribers, uploading Modern Warfare 3, which is maybe the most oversaturated environment in YouTube history. Modern Warfare 3 videos. That's like, my God, that was really hard to get recognized, and it did not go well for me. That was the first game I ever uploaded to YouTube for as well when I started my channel. Arkham Hudak, is that how you say your name? I see your name all the time. He's a great supporter of the channel. He asks, if Rocksteady or Warner Brothers make, I'm assuming he means make a Batman v Superman game, do you think it would be good? No, I think it'd be hard to make a Batman v Superman game, because translating a fight between Batman and Superman into a game, like, Batman v Superman fighting is a cool set piece, but as per an entire game around it, I don't know if that would work, if that makes sense, because you would really only be able to have one boss fight, and Superman is obviously privileged to win that fight for obvious reasons, and then you'd have to throw Kryptonite in there, so I don't know if I would buy that. I think it could be decent. I don't think it'll happen, though, in terms of if it could happen, but anything can be good if it has the right amount of money, time, and all those kind of things put into it. Agent Alex Thorson, aka the Doctor, He is the doctor. He has to use Xbox because he says if like I'm assuming he means I'd like to play with you eventually. But did you encounter, or did you ever think you'd get this far? I answered that previously. And can you give me tips? So, like I said, some of the tips, perseverance is the biggest thing about YouTube. Tips is to make sure that compare to bigger YouTubers and sit down and consciously analyze what's different between your content and a person with 1 million subscribers. And, you may think, well, there's obvious things, but if your videos are not the same quality as somebody with 1 million subscribers, that's the reason you don't have 1 million subscribers right there. Your video quality is not as high. Maybe the equipment you're using isn't good enough. Maybe your commentary skills aren't as developed as some of those bigger YouTubers. So consciously and analytically sit down and think about that and interpret why you are not as big as like PewDiePie. I mean, think about it. And I can look at my videos and see, well, there's a reason I don't have 7, or 30 million subscribers. And if you think about that and work on, don't try to copy him or be somebody else that you're not, but think about how you can improve your video quality. And just look up things like how to title videos correctly, and look at how other popular YouTubers are titling their videos and making their tags and descriptions and those kind of things, because that's a big part of YouTube as well, is maximizing your thumbnails and your tags, that kind of thing. PC Legacy Movies, great support of the channel. Thanks so much. And also, I'll link in the description below. He made a Lego figure of me, and it looks just like me, which is pretty cool. I'll link that in the description below. He said, I want to be your best friend. Not really a question, but thanks for your comment. We can be best friends, man. MoneyKiller89, hashtag #AskSlikk. Oh, yeah, you guys were not using the #AskSlikk hashtag, which I said was mandatory. No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't matter. MoneyKiller89, what inspired you to be a YouTuber? X-Jaws, like I talked about. I talked about that earlier. Thanks for your question. XDat Calibri Gaming, can you do a shout out to me, please? I'm a really big fan, and it would be awesome if you did. Shout out to XDat Calibri Gaming. Not really a question, but we'll do it nonetheless. Special video, guys. This is a special event. I don't know. Let's think. Okay. Good Night Gaming. Top 5 games of all time. Okay, we won't do top 5. Let me do top 3 games of all time. Number 3, Batman Arkham. No. Okay, let me think. Number 3. Jeez. Okay, number 2. Top 2. Batman Arkham City. Number 2. Number 1. Okay, no, I got it. Okay, top 3. The Wolf Among Us by Telltale Games. Number 3. Batman Arkham City. Classic. Number 2. Number 1, Telltale Games, The Walking Dead Season 1. The best video game I've ever played in my life. You have to play it. Next question. That's from Good Night Gaming. Hello, Flip. Thank you. Cameron Besalt. Please, can you do a house setup tour? Yes. Yes, I can do house setup tour. Thanks, Cameron, for your question. I'll do that. I gotta actually remember to do that house setup tour. I'll set a reminder after I do this. Thanks, Cameron. What was your favorite DLC? Hashtag #AskSlikk from Nikal Pathak. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. My favorite DLC was the Batgirl DLC, best story pack, and now, of course, you asked this before the Batman v Superman pack came out, and I still like the Batgirl the best because Batgirl is my favorite, Barbara Gordon is my favorite character in the Arkhamverse, for those of you that are unaware of that. Connor Tully, what is your name? Kobe, C-O-B-Y, like Kobe Bryant, that's my name. Lego MMS Productions. I'm a new sub. He's not a new sub. See, look, that's how old this is. This guy, I mean, Lego MMS is a great support of the channel. I'm a new sub, but I really enjoy your content. What are your thoughts on the Batman v Superman movie so far? Can we expect more scenes, edited scenes, from the Arkham series as a whole? Okay, so he's asking about my music edits, my music rescores. Maybe not Arkham Knight. I may do a finale of those. I've done 2, and I'll have those. You can search them up. Batman Arkham Knight rescores, Slcmof. I don't think anyone else has done Batman Arkham Knight rescores, so you don't even have to put my name in there. And what are my thoughts on the Batman v Superman movie so far? Really looking forward to it. I've never been more excited for a movie in my life. I am looking forward to this movie extensively. I mean, I am so pumped for this movie. I'm seeing it at midnight in March. Just so thrilled. Jack Tenwald. Oh, thanks for your question, by the way, Lego MMS. Jack Tenwald. Is that how you say your name? Sorry if I got that wrong. Be sure to correct me if I say your name wrong in the comment section below, guys. How will you keep YouTubing if Rocksteady doesn't make another Batman game? And you said you wouldn't buy it. Well, I said I'd never buy another Rocksteady game. That is probably a lie. I mean, there's a lot of things that I say I wouldn't do. I said I'll never buy Star Wars Battlefront because it's $50 season pass. I'm buying that next month probably. So I'll buy the next Rocksteady game, even if I, rant about it. I think that there's something to be learned. I think that their morals are not skewed. I think they got complacent with this game's DLC, not necessarily the game itself, although some could argue that. I think they did get complacent with the game's DLC, and I think it was lackluster because of that in some aspects. But as per the next game, I think they're going to knock it out of the park because they know that we're not going to settle for mediocrity. And I think that their next game is going to show that. So I'll buy the next Rocksteady game. As per, I will keep YouTubing, and I plan to keep doing Arkham Knight videos for the months to come. Thanks for your question, by the way, Jack. The Joker, a great supporter of the channel, one of the best supporters of the channel. Thanks so much, Joker. People like you are the reason that I really want to do this video. So, the Joker asks, do you think that Jared Leto will be a good Joker? Absolutely. And of course, the Joker himself. You should have the most insight to this. Why are you asking me, man? No, he'll be a great Joker. I'm thoroughly looking forward to his performance as well in Suicide Squad. He'll be great. He'll be great. You just got to put aside the comics, put aside Mark Hamill, and if we do that in the same way that we did with Heath Ledger, we'll enjoy Leto. Thanks for your question, Joker. Sankaya, he asked, I'm about to stop pronouncing last names. You guys have some awesome last names, but I'm not very good at pronouncing them. Senk asks, what is your favorite side missions out of all the Arkham games? What superhero game would you most like to be made in the last 2 to 4 years? So, what is your favorite side mission out of all the Arkham games? It is the Hush side mission in Arkham Knight. A lot of people were disappointed he didn't get enough screen time. I really loved it because that was the biggest twist for me out of all the Arkham games up to that point. Out of the side missions, that is. Out of all the side missions, it had the most twist. I was thoroughly surprised when I actually thought it was Bruce Wayne going up the elevator. So that was my favorite. What superhero game would you like the most? Superman. I don't think it'll be done, but if you're saying the most I would like is Superman. Super awesome. Speaking of super awesome 250, do you think Batman v Superman will be a good movie? Absolutely. Super awesome. Thanks for your question. I think it'll be great, and I touched on that a little earlier as well. High Flyer, another awesome supporter of the channel. Can you do a gaming setup? Yes, I answered that previously. So that's my second question about that, and I'll definitely do that since you guys would like to see it. Also, if you'd like, I've done one previously. My setup's pretty similar. You can search up Slcmof setup, and it'll come up. Tyrone, an awesome supporter of the channel. You guys are awesome. I mean, obviously, these first pictures are the first ones that I got. So, I mean, these are the regulars of the channel. Which YouTuber would you like to do a collab with in the future? Hashtag #Slikk. There's a lot of YouTubers I'd love to do a collaboration with. I mean, if we do, I won't be unrealistic and say like PewDiePie or something like that. I would say a YouTuber realistically that I could do a collaboration with. I've already done a collab with The Real Comic Book Gamer. I would maybe say Salvage Arkham or EGP. Or Caboose, any of the other Arkham YouTubers. I've never done collaborations with really any of them besides Caboose. Not Caboose, sorry. Real Comic Book Gamer. All the other ones I've never done a collaboration with, so I would say one of them. Jack Dav 501 for Q&A. What will you play after Arkham Knight? Wow, that's that rhymes there. After Arkham Knight, I think that I will play. I've just finished Rise of the Tomb Raider today, a phenomenal game. I think I'll play Call of Duty. I think I'll play. That's a great question. Battlefront, games like that. Thanks for your question, Jack. Justo Yokan Fernas. That's so wrong. Justo, let's call you Justo. At Loot Crate, hashtag #Slikk. Do you think that there will be a Game of the Year edition for Arkham Knight, including all DLC? Stephen Hill suggested. I hope so. I hope so, because $60 for the game and the DLC is awesome. $100 for the game and the DLC, not so awesome. But yeah, I hope there is a Game of the Year. I really hope so. Antonio Aguilar, he asks, JK, real question. Wouldn't you agree that the Nightwing DLC is amazing and totally worth your money? I agree with that. Kazi Hussein. I told you I was going to stop pronouncing last names and I lied. Okay, Kazi, what is your favorite Arkham game in terms of story? And are you getting Black Ops 3? See, look, this is how old this is. This is before Black Ops 3 came out. Okay. My favorite Arkham game, in terms of story, Arkham City is the best story of all the Arkham games, and I'm getting Black Ops 3. I own it. It's actually on my Xbox right now. Saber Wolf, also known as Aaron. Oh my gosh, we got a long one here. Hashtag #Slikk. This has me confused, and I know you can clarify this. Why is Tim Drake from Arkham Knight having the same body as he does in the Batgirl DLC, which is supposed to be before Arkham Asylum? But in Arkham City, he is clearly skinny as heck. LOL, I know he's not supposed to be in the DLC anyway, either. Jason Todd's supposed to be in the Batgirl DLC. You're right about that. In terms of the continuity, that's the way it would work. But because they built Tim and Barbara. Sorry, I'm getting confused with all the Robins. So Tim and Barbara are in a relationship in Arkham Knight, and they wanted to build on that. So that's why Tim is in there instead of Jason. But thanks for your question. That's a good question, and that's something a lot of people have brought up to me, and I do realize that. To me, I would have preferred to see Jason. That was an awesome, awesome opportunity to see Jason before Arkham Asylum. But yeah, I got you. I'm totally with you on that. Minecraft, FNAF, and more. Awesome support of the channel once again. Great vid, man. Can't wait for it. And hashtag Ask Slikk. How long are you going to be using YouTube as your job? Oh, and hashtag Slcmof. Yes, Slcmof. YouTube's not really my job. I mean, I definitely do it a lot. I put a lot of hours into YouTube. But I plan to do it for years and years to come. So thanks for your question, Minecraft, FNAF, and more. XX Sniper Gamer. He says, congrats on 25K. This is my question. Do you think Rocksteady will make a Superman game? No. I think they'll make a Green Arrow game. Yeah, I think they'll make a Green Arrow game. That's my prediction. I'm very confident about this. I'll be making a video on this soon. I don't think it'll be Flash. I don't think it'll be Superman. I think it will be Green Arrow. I'm very confident on it, and I'll make a video on it soon. Nicholas Brendan asks, what is your favorite Arkham DLC? It doesn't have to be from Knight. I didn't play the DLC in Asylum or City, so I would say my favorite DLC is the Batgirl DLC. The Joker, if you had to pick... the Joker's back! He's back! Okay, if you had to pick someone to be Jason for a live-action film, who would it be? Oh, okay, so who would you pick to be Jason Todd? Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He fits it well. And, of course, some of the fan theories speculate he may be. Who knows? Nicholas Brandon, what is your name? Kobe, C-O-B-Y, as I spoke previously. Andrew Ruiz, what is your favorite Batman villain besides the Joker? That's a great question. I would say... Scarecrow. Scarecrow's awesome. I love Scarecrow. The Phoenix, do you play any Assassin's Creed games? I do not play any Assassin's Creed games. Never played it, never owned one. Raouf Swidek, awesome support of the channel. 25, 139,000 people and counting. So this is a little later down the line. My question is, could you say something straight face-to-face to Sefton Hill after they finish their Making Arkham trilogy, what it would be? I mean, yeah, I would love to actually talk with Sefton. I would love to interview him. And I wouldn't bash him or be anything rude. I would love to interview him about the Season of Infamy and those kind of things, but I don't think he'd be on board with that. But if you're saying that like I would be rude to him or have anything rude to say, I would just, ask him about the game and that kind of thing. So, I mean, I wouldn't be like, obviously Arkham Knight's amazing, but I would ask him questions. I wouldn't be rude to him or anything. Next question, HMA. Who is your biggest inspiration? X-Jaws. Thanks again, HMA. Awesome friend of mine as well, one of my best friends. Yassine West. Favorite superheroes? Batman. Batman's my favorite. I like Superman. Of course. I like DC superheroes, but I like Marvel. I like them all. Ivan Bishop, are you excited Batman v Superman? If you do, explain what you accept in the move. If you don't, no, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to it because it's Batman and Superman, the two most iconic superheroes of all time. Captain America's up there as well, but I mean, the two biggest superheroes, well-known in pop culture, they're fighting against each other. And, I mean, that's amazing. A great way to really start off the DC Cinematic Universe. Of course, I know Man of Steel started it, but it's basically starting it. J.K. Dreamer01. What other traits besides fighting abilities and Indomitable will already seen through the Nolan series? What the hell is this question? Would you like to see I personally would like to see a detective story. James. Okay, I see what you're saying. I would like to see a really combat-centric one because I think in Arkham, or not in Arkham, in Nolan, I think we saw more, I guess, kind of intellectual and less combat. I really want to see a good combat fight. And I don't think we'll see it in the sense that I would really like, because Batman's not really a test for Superman in terms of hand-to-hand combat. But I think we'll see a lot between Batman and other thugs and Superman's little army, the guys that wear the S on their shoulder, which is going to be awesome. Next question. Thanks again for your question, JK Dreamer. Taylor asks, what are your favorite Batman stories? What are your favorite DC comic stories? My favorite Batman stories are in this order: No Man's Land, Nightfall, Killing Joke, Hush, then Long Halloween. My favorite DC stories are Sinestro, Corpse War, Blackfest. Okay, so he goes down. Keep up the great work, Slcmof. Thanks so much, Taylor. My favorite Batman story is right there. Year 1. Batman Year 1. Great story. Saber Wolf, Aaron, what is your top 10 YouTubers to watch? My God. Top 10? Okay, I love watching all the Arkham YouTubers. I watch all their videos. I watch J-Roar. I watch Jeremy Johns. I watch PewDiePie. I watch a lot of the COD guys. Ali A, T. Martin. So those are somewhere around 10. Tristan, 7R5. Favorite Marvel superhero? Iron Man's awesome. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. has brought that character to life and brought him to mainstream, so I would say him. Beast Renegade, what you'd like to see from Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo in the next console gen? I would like to see better graphics. I think that the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, they have very good graphics, don't get me wrong, but they're not amazing, they're not mind-blowing. So I would be willing to pay maybe $100 more next gen for a little better graphics. I don't think the graphics are the best that we could possibly have this generation, so I'd say that's what I would hope for. Thanks for your question, Renegade. Jacob Malkus, did you watch shows like the Power Rangers or Ninja Turtles when you were little? No, I did not. Thanks for your question, though, Jacob. Lego Master 9811, if hashtag #Slikk, if Slikk spelled wrong, there's no I. That's okay though. If Rocksteady made an Arkham game that was canon to Arkham Knight, would you buy it? Yeah, I'd buy it. I'd say I wouldn't, but I'd be at the midnight premiere, lined up, ready to go. So I'm a liar. I say I wouldn't buy it, but it's theatrics, and it's heat of the moment. I mean, don't get me wrong, I didn't lie. Like, when I make that comment, I'm like, I am never buying it. But then, if it actually came out, I'd be there in a heartbeat. I'm too big of a Batman fan to avoid those kind of things. The Razorbat, what are some of your hashtag #Slikk? What are some of your favorite videos that you made? Oh, that's an awesome question. Some of my favorite videos that I've made, because of course, you know, YouTubers, we love talking about ourselves and our videos. I mean, so one of my favorite videos that I've made is the remixes, the sound remixes, I guess. I've loved both of those videos that I've made. Let's see, some other really memorable videos. Yeah, I've loved like I like making discussion videos, and so those are some of the favorite ones that I've made. I've also liked my top 7s, 5s, 10s, top 7 Call of Duty campaigns, top 10 Arkham characters. Those are some of the videos I'm the most proud of, and those are the videos that take the most amount of work, but interestingly enough, those are the ones that get the least amount of views. And some of my least favorite videos that I make are the ones that get the most amount of views. So that's just kind of the way it works. Saber Wolf, Aaron, back again. What do you use to record Batman Arkham Knight gameplay? An Elgato Game Capture HD PVR. Thanks for your question again. Kara asks, what is your favorite Arkham game and why? I like Batman Arkham City for its story, Batman Arkham Knight for its gameplay, Batman Arkham Asylum for its environment and aesthetics and its atmosphere. I like them all for different reasons. It depends. On Halloween, I'm playing Arkham Asylum. You know, on a long, rainy day, I'd rather play City, and then on night, if I want, amazing gameplay and that kind of thing, Arkham Knight is my pick. So, Arkham City, I would say, overall, is my favorite. Kazi, back again. What is your favorite Arkham game in terms of story? Batman Arkham City. Thanks again for your question. Mindy asks Slikk, are you going to play Halo? Probably not. The story got lackluster reviews. The game itself didn't get, amazing reviews. I might get it, because I'm on Xbox. I feel like you are obliged to buy Halo if you're on Xbox. But, as of now, I don't have any plans to. Thanks for your question. Wednesday. I like to call it Wednesday. 14032AJ. Hashtag Slikk, are you Squidward? No. The Real Theory XBL, is that your name? Tree Theory XBL 642. Sorry, I'm reading this fast. I said this before, but your responding our comments is great. So thanks, definitely a huge fan. Thanks again so much. Yeah, I try to respond to as many comments as I can. And in this Q&A, I'm going to try to get to every single question that you guys asked. We'll see how that works. Might not work. I think so. Fingers crossed. Hi Flyer. Hashtag Slikk, do you like Doritos? Yeah, I like Doritos. Yeah. Good question. Super Gamer 145. What are your 6 favorite characters in Batman? My favorite is Barbara Gordon. I like my top 5 as well. We'll throw in Batman, Scarecrow, Joker, Harley Quinn. Is that 6? One more. Gordon, that'll be my 6. Thanks for your question. Brandon James, what are your opinions about the side? In case you haven't realized, I didn't reread any or pre-read any of these questions. These are just straight off my head. So, I mean, I might have read them months ago because I had to screenshot them and send them to my phone. But anyway, Brandon James asks, what are your hashtag Slikk, what are your opinions about the side missions in Arkham Knight being so short? For example, Deacon Blackfire. Well, I think that there's, for one that's short, there's one that's equally as long. So that's definitely not my main stress about the game, is that the side missions were too short. Thanks for your question, though, Brandon. General Johnston, what software do you use to edit your videos? Also, what do you recommend? Love your videos. Congrats on the subs. Thanks so much, General Johnston. You are a great supporter of the channel. Really appreciate it. I use iMovie, surprisingly. I use Final Cut sometimes, but a lot of my videos don't really require heavy editing. And the ones that do, I try to use Final Cut Pro. My key code, whatever, ran out of Final Cut Pro, so right now I'm just editing with only iMovie, which is like the free movie maker, unfortunately. So I'm going to work on trying to get that upgraded soon, but as of right now, I don't really have the money to do so. Thanks again for your question, General Johnston. Storm Call, he asks, ask Slikk, a great supporter of the channel as well. What is your favorite holiday? Christmas, by far. Thanks again for your question, Storm Call Gaming. Oh my gosh, about to burp. Okay, Kara, how hard is it to start up your YouTube, and any tips? So I already gave tips a little earlier if you were watching that. It's hard to start up your YouTube. How hard is it? Pretty hard. It's pretty hard to get noticed. As per, like, eventually getting subscribers, YouTube's kind of like your high school health class. That's what I relate it to. You're not guaranteed an A if you show up, but if you show up, you'll get a C. It's kind of like with YouTube. If you show up to YouTube, if you put in a little bit of work, and you upload consistently, and you just do the minimum, then you'll find some kind of success. Okay, it's not that hard. But if you're really trying to get popular, like really blow up, it's not easy. It is not easy, and you should keep that in mind. ProGamer66, thanks for your question, by the way, Car. ProGamer66, hashtag #Slikk. After the last DLC for Arkham Knight, he's referring to the Nightwing DLC at this point, I believe. Would you focus more on Black Ops and forget about the Arkham series? No, not at all. And of course, this is a question asked like a month ago, so no, that hasn't happened. I plan to keep uploading Arkham Knight because I love making videos about Batman. Thanks for your question. Nicholas Zapata, hashtag #Slikk. Do you see yourself doing YouTube into your adulthood as a full-time job after college? If it works out, I mean, you got to understand that it's not a stable job. You know, your career, not really career, but, you know, one bad thing comes out about you. Not really in my case. I mean, I'm way too small, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, if you're doing this as a full-time job, you got 1 million subs, one bad story comes out about you, you said something bad a long time that offends people, boom, career over. I mean, it's that serious. So it's unstable, but it's the same way as, you know, famous people, football players, stuff like that. So you just got to keep that in mind. I'd love to. I don't know if it'll happen, but I love doing YouTube, and I don't think that I'll love doing an office job. So, you know, I want to do what I love in life. Absolutely. Thanks for your question, Nicholas. Spencer Vlogs, hashtag #Slikk. You favorite and least favorite moment in the Arkham series? Oh, that's an awesome question. My favorite moment in the Arkham series has to be the fake Joker gag at the end of Arkham City. Awesome plot twist. My least favorite would maybe be the Deathstroke boss fight. So we're like driving over to go fight Deathstroke, and then Alfred has that moment where he's like, the Deathstroke's tank has high, and I'm like, oh my god, a tank. So yeah, that's my least favorite. You know, I think we all had that moment where it's like we're fighting a tank, Deathstroke's in a tank. I mean, yeah, that was not a very fun moment. I was not very pleased. Let's put it that way. William Egerton, I believe is how you're saying your last name. Will you ever be playing Destiny? No, too much DLC for me. Thanks for your question though, Riley Whittington. Okay, I have 3 questions. Okay, wow. All right, let's go, Riley. Question 1: what is the most embarrassing thing to happen to you? Oh, jeez. The most embarrassing thing to happen to you. I don't know. I can't really think of anything overly embarrassing. Let me think about that. 2, what do you think of Sam because of what he's done in the past? Who's Sam? Who's What do you think of Sam because of what he's done in the past? I don't know who Sam is. Okay, what do you think about feminism, mainly towards the extreme? One who thinks all men should die. I oppose anyone who thinks that all men should die. Yeah. I'll think about the most embarrassing thing that's happened to me, and I'll get back to you. Thanks, Riley. Flynn, top 5 movies of all time. The Dark Knight Rises, Batman Begins. Those are all in my top 5. Memento, and Interstellar. All Chris Nolan movies, top 5. Star Wars is awesome too, don't get me wrong. High Flyer, hashtag #Slikk. Do you think you will be a YouTuber for years to come? That's the plan. We'll see how it goes. Thanks again for your question. You got quite a few of you asked that. Lego Master 9811 back again. Hashtag #Slikk. Hey Slcmof, do you think the Arkham Knight will be the last game for the Arkhamverse? Do you think the Warner Brothers will take the series over? P.S. Love your vids. Watch them every day. Thanks so much in advance. Lego Master. Yeah, thanks Lego Master for your question. I think it'll be Rocksteady's last game. I don't think it'll be the last Arkham game. I think there's a chance that they do something else. They may look at the fact that the name was potentially scarred by Arkham Knight. Some people didn't like it as much. So they may start with a new Batman universe. That's entirely possible. That's more focused around the Ben Affleck Batman, as this one is kind of mimicked the Nolan Batman. Not really, I don't know. Thanks for your question. Ion's Light, hashtag Slikk, do you think Batman v Superman will go off task about the fighting, like introduce a new character? Well, I mean, inherently it kind of has already gone off track. They're going to have Wonder Woman and Lex Luthor in there, so I guess the name is kind of a misnomer in the sense that it's not going to be just about Batman v Superman. There will be other plot aspects involved as well. That's kind of a gimme, but you'd be surprised. Some people might not realize that. So, in that sense, I mean, I think that we'll go off task. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks again for your question. Berlio Games, hashtag Slikk, do you think... are you going to make any Black Ops 3 videos? Yes, I've already made some. Obviously, this was before Black Ops 3 came out, so yeah. Jack Leach, what inspired you to become a YouTuber, and where do you see your channel in the future? So, XJaws talked about that story. And where do you see your channel in the future? I see my channel, hopefully, in the future, I'd like to do, like, the film stuff, you know, like Batman discussions on, you know, comics and... Comics, that's so embarrassing. I just pointed at the wall. So with comics and other broader topics, I'd like to do Walking Dead, and I'd like to have, obviously, more subscribers than I have now. That's obvious, though. Thanks, Jack. Your friendly turtle, hashtag Slikk. How well do you think your channel has grown since around this time last year? Amazingly, especially with Arkham Knight. Before Arkham Knight, the first 6 months of the past year, I didn't upload at all. I made 0 videos, and obviously that's not well for... Your subscriber base begins to, you know, drift away from you. Some people leave, whatever, forget about you, that kind of thing. And then I started making Arkham Knight videos 5 months ago, and since I've gained around 10,000 subscribers, which is, you know, awesome in the past 5 months. It's a great amount of growth, and if I can sustain 2,000 subs a month, perfectly fine with that. That's awesome, and obviously it exponentially goes up, and even if it's not every single month, I mean, you're not going to... Like, for example, I mean, PewDiePie doesn't gain 2,000 subs a month. I mean, but at one point he did when he was my size. So that's an example if I ever get that far. Thanks, your friendly turtle. Stormcall, do you have a dog? Stormcall back again. No, I don't have a dog. And unfortunately, I had a cat who died 2 years ago. So sad. No, I'm just kidding. It's all good. Canella 40, Slikk, listen, you don't mind the ads. You don't mind the buffer, but when the ads buffer, but when the ads suffer, do you buffer? Okay, he did it wrong. It's actually, Canella, I don't mind the ads, I don't mind the buffer, but when the ads buffer, I suffer. That's how it is. Good try, though, Canella. And that is it for the 25K Q&A part 1. Of course, that's not all the questions. Not even close. We're going to be getting to all of them. And the next part, let me see how long this is. 30 minutes. My God. Okay, we're going to have to edit all that and put all the pictures in there. Thanks again so much for watching. We will see you in part 2. Love you guys. See you in the next video.